Technological innovation is happening fast, and modern data-driven technology are more accessible to many business organizations. This creates huge opportunities, but also some challenges. Today, it's not enough to sound excited about artificial intelligence. You need to learn how to embed it, manage it, and ultimately lead it. I'm very pleased to share with you a simple framework that can allow your organization to start and scale an AI journey. The first step to define and scope an AI initiative is to identify the key processes of your organization that can benefit the most from this technology. For this, there is a couple of key questions that need to be answered. The first question to ask is, who are my potential beneficiaries? Are they internal or external to my organization? Which specific job function will be impacted by the initiative? Identifying the right beneficiaries will allow me to reply to the next question, which is the what. What are the beneficiaries' major activities? What performance bottleneck they face? And what is their targeted ambition? Once those questions are replied, the next question is the how. How the job processes can be supported. More specifically, how AI technology can fulfill their needs, improve their experience, and maximize their outcome. How this can be measured. At this point, we can already start defining metrics that will help us measure the success of the project. The next question to ask is, where is the data? Where do the data come from? Do we have enough data with the required level of quality? Where can we get additional information? And finally, the last question is when. When the project should be executed. This step will allow to define the timeline and the important milestone of the AI project. Replying to those 5 key questions will allow us to define the first building block of our framework, which is the opportunity for value creation. The other building block at the business level are the foundation for value creation. This refers mainly to the asset available for the organization, such as the resources, the competencies, the technology, and the investment required to produce the output. The next building block is the value delivery and transfer, referring to the distribution channel of the result and the change management strategy to facilitate the adoption. And the last building block is the value capture and appropriation. This refers to the impact of the adopted technology and the return on investment for the organization. Then at the business ecosystem level, you also have important drivers that can be leveraged by the organization to secure their AI adoption. This layer typically brings together multiple players and give an opportunity to acquire specialists and to partner with technological providers in order to accelerate the time to delivery and to maximize the success of the project. To make the framework easy to digest, let us break it down into small pieces and use concrete illustrations. I will consider here the example of an AI-driven risk management system within Custom. At the business ecosystem level, you have at the top left potential key partners and suppliers that Custom can use. And at the top right, you have collaborators and other stakeholders that Custom need to embark in order to make the project a success and to avoid resistance. The model starts from the beneficiary perspective. Remember those key questions mentioned at the beginning. For a risk management project, the beneficiaries are mainly the one listed. Once the beneficiaries' profiles are defined, the next step is to identify the product and services that can help each beneficiary segment improve their jobs, relieve their pains, and boost their gains. Once this is done, the next step is to define the key activities that need to be performed in order to realize the value proposition, and also to review the internal capacity versus the effort required to execute successfully the activities. As already said, Custom can always take benefit of the business ecosystem to leverage partnership and collaboration in order to co-create AI-driven solutions. All of this will allow to scope the project and estimate the overall projected budget needed to support the initiative. At the right side of the value proposition, you will then define the value delivery stream that will help you accelerate the time to value and ease the technology adoption. Few questions to ask at this step are: which channel engage more and are the more cost effective? Who are my champions I can lean on? Whose role will be affected by the new technology? And finally, the last component of the framework will focus on the value capture and appropriation. Key questions to consider here are: which need, expectation, and value are being met? What kind of public value is delivered? For the example of a risk management project, the appropriated value can be the increase of revenue collection, the time and cost reduction for trade, better protection of the society, and improve attractiveness for foreign direct investment. This last component is fully driven by KPIs, and actually I will recommend setting up metrics for each component of the framework. As you can see, this is a simple and practical framework which guides you through your digital transformation. To conclude, there are important recommendations that need to be considered when implementing AI-based initiative. The first consideration is the need for political commitment. Because AI adoption will require important investment and will disrupt the way your organization runs the business, it is very important for executives to act as champions and be responsible for clarifying the vision, validating the AI project, mobilizing the resources, as well as enforcing the decisions. The second consideration is the development of both technical and managerial capabilities. Managerial skills such as creative thinking and experimentation, data analysis and interpretation, and strong domain expertise. AI will also require new technical job categories such as machine learning engineers, data scientists, and AI product managers. The next consideration is building on strong digital foundations. AI works best when it has access to large amounts of high-quality data. Therefore, it's important to determine whether your existing IT systems and processes are sufficient to adequately support AI-based initiatives. For example, where do you stand in terms of information digitalization? Where do you stand in terms of data accessibility, computing power, and security? Those are all important questions that need to be addressed. When it's come to personal data, AI can be very intrusive. Therefore, regulatory experts and policymakers must assess whether the existing data protection laws should be updated to balance privacy concerns against AI benefits. The next consideration is the integration of AI technology with the existing legacy systems. This may require to update some of the existing components. For example, creating a new interface to the legacy system in order to facilitate interaction with the AI modern tools. And finally, it is important to remove the black box effect of AI, because AI will assume responsibility that used to be performed by human beings, for example, targeting high-risk cargoes. It is important that people understand how those systems make decisions. The lack of transparency in AI programs will definitely increase the adoption resistance. Usability is also key, and good AI solution should have a user-friendly and intuitive interface to allow end user to understand the logic behind the complex algorithms. To conclude, many organizations such as customs are just at the beginning of their AI adoption journey. This presentation provides an overview of the critical factors for a successful AI implementation. However, to unlock the full potential, it is important to strategically embark all key stakeholders in order to define the use cases that address the most important challenges of your organization.